Hey guys, hey all my viewers, what little viewers I do have. If you hear any like squeaking, whatever, like just now, I'm on a leather couch, so it's gonna be a lot of that because I'm trying to get light so you guys can see me without having to use my big light. So, but yeah, so I was thinking about it and I did a video a while back. I did on another little video app thing or whatever, and I didn't really care for the app as much, but I was talking about physical appearance as far as like with that one. It was kind of sensitive, so I couldn't name it the way I wanted it to. And I believe I was saying, uh, physical attraction to the naked eye, pretty much. And I don't mean like fully like body naked. I mean like in a sense, like what is physical attraction, and not even so much a what is physical attraction, but like why is that so important for relationships? Um, like I never understood that. Like I never understood why we obsess the way we look, and it doesn't even have to be for um relationships uh or dating purposes or whatever else. It could just be for, sorry, I got a thing that popped up on the phone. Yeah, sorry guys, I had a message on my phone. But it's like, we how can I say this? We pay attention to more what somebody looks like versus what they're actually like how their mind works and how they think and what they feel and everything else. We even down to, like I said, it's not just a dating thing. It's not just a dating thing. It's even down to personally. For us women, we know that men like women with big boobs and a big butt, or that might be fit and skinny, or maybe a little thick, but not too thick though, because they don't want too much meat on the guy or whatever else, or not on a guy, on a girl, excuse me. And women, we always say that we want somebody that's chiseled and that's perfect and has all these muscles or whatever. A lot of women nowadays, guilty as one of them, I like guys with with tattoos or whatever. I think it's beautiful. I think it's attractive. But what happens when we just remove all of that? If we don't focus on just that, what happens if we actually focus on the mentality of that person, the emotions that they give us or they feed off of, the what makes them on the inside versus the outside? Of course, yeah, tattoos tell people their stories or whatever else, but what if we like look past that? Like what does all of that really mean? Hang on, sorry guys. Yeah, sorry, I had a message and it was so. Let me see if I can share this real quick. Oh, like for more viewers would be great. Um, it's gonna pop out, so hang on real quick. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Like I said, it popped out because I was trying to share this, um, just so in the future I can gain more viewers and stuff. It's a slow process, but it'll get there. I know it. If you hear noise, I got a baby monitor on. So, Coco's playing in the background. Love that movie, by the way. I take a quick drink break. But, there's, so I'm actually turn that off. Okay. So, so back to what I was saying about the whole physical appearance thing. I'll do one more thing. Hang on. I'm sorry. Let's see. One more thing, you guys. Hang on. Let's see if it'll go through. Yes. Okay. Cool. Went through. Okay. So back to what I was saying. No more interruptions for right now. So yeah. So with the whole physical appearance thing or whatever. So like I said, men want certain things out of women or like certain things out of women. Not all men, but most men. And it's the same thing. Not all women, but most women want certain things out of men too. But then we can even break it down further to where we want things out of our own genders, for our own selves, our own insecurities and whatnot. So for like men, that think, oh, in order to get the girl that we want to look pretty and beautiful, we have to be chiseled and look good like Channing Tatum, or have to have moves like how he does, or have to have Jason Momoa body type. I probably thought of that last name, but I can never get his name right. It's babblesome. And then of course us women, we feel like we have to be like Kim Kardashian like, or Nicki Minaj, or whoever else that, men are so attracted to, whatnot. And it's not fair on ourselves. It's not fair that we have to. And it's not even just us, it's the fact that this world we live in portrays that we have to look like these people. We have to be like these people in order to be attractive. First off, if I want to be like anybody, I want to be myself. I don't want to be somebody that I'm not. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be another copy of whoever else. It's one thing, like for me, I get told a lot that I look like Halle Berry, that I look like Rihanna, I look like Rosario Dawson, and I take all those as compliments. Like, thank you guys. I think they're beautiful people, and I don't mind that. And yeah, I do look like them a lot. It's crazy, but it doesn't mean that I want to be just like them. I've always said, oh, if I was to be a singer or anything else, that I would want to have my sound like Pink, and have my fashion statements like Gwen Stefani, and whatever else. I want to be just like them. I want to be like them in a way, but put my own flair on it. So, and at the same time, while most of us are trying to be that fit and shape person or skinny type, guess what? There are a lot of skinny people out there that want to be like, that are in a sense like they want to be a bit thicker. They might want to have the bigger waist or the thicker legs than pencil thin. They might actually want some meat on them, versus being extremely skinny. Like, I have the dream of being a model and an actress or whatever. But as a model, I wouldn't be able to couldn't do high fashion really. One, because I'm just not into high fashion. And two, the fact that I don't meet the height requirements. Granted, my legs are long, but I don't. I'm average height. I'm like 5'5", 5'6". So, but either way, it's not me, because they want somebody that's really skinny and pretty and beautiful to fit all their clothes. And to be quite honest with you guys, I love food way too much to even say, nope, I'm going to put this down and going to lose all this weight that I don't need to lose because I look fine, just to fit into a size whatever. Like, I don't need that. I'm good, And then sometimes I think even down to, you know, there's a lot of bigger people out there, heavyset people, thicker people, fat with a PH, that want to be skinny and feel skinny. Guess what? I love the Dove campaign commercials where it's all the bigger women out there. Like, I want to see more of those than just average skinny people, because that's not all that runs the world. Like, seriously, like, we gotta calm down with all the skinny models and everything else. And with weight loss commercials, like, I'm hoping that the people that have lost the weight have actually lost the weight and not just showing, oh, well, this person looks like this person. Like, how about we up to date those pictures of somebody being this big from 1994 and just now lost the weight? How about maybe somebody used to be big 2, 3 years ago and just recently lost the weight? Why not do that instead? But, anyways, as far as relationships go, I think it's so much harder because, one, first off, it stands off from insecurities. Then, when you look at it from a relationship point of view, you look at it as, um, it's pretty much like somebody that, one thing I always talk about, or I mention to a lot of my friends or to other people, and they agree with me and they understand me, and this is not to be rude at all. There are some people, and I've talked to a few bigger people, they're worried about them being overweight. It could be like 300, over 200, about 200, 300 pounds or whatever. And they're worried about, and it's a lot of guys that I notice are like this too, that girls will not give them the time of day because of their weight. It's not. It's, in a sense, one, yes, for some women, it's like that. I'm not one of them, I can honestly say that. But at the same time, it's also about the insecurities that they have of what other people may think if they see them together. And a lot of women aren't like that. A lot of women will love a big guy. Most women love that, just like a lot of skinny guys like bigger women. Like, that's just their thing. And I think for a lot of us that aren't quote unquote into that or too scared to be in that kind of a relationship, I think they look at it as more so, in their mind, they've took it way too far to, and it's not intentional, honestly, but I think their mind had gotten so advanced and so ahead of itself that they're thinking, oh, well, what if this person eventually becomes obese? Like, what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do, whatever. And I think with that, it's more so of a scared insecurity. And just as somebody big being with somebody little, thinking that the person that's smaller is just going to get tired of them and doesn't want to be with them anymore and wants to move on to somebody else who's whatever size. And I've been there, done that, and dealt with that from a lot of people. And I've seen other people go through that, and it's just like, that's not always the case. It's not. I've obviously at different times I've been with guys that weren't skinny. They were big guys, and that didn't bother me because it was more so of the love and the respect that they had for me. I mean, it broke off, things didn't go to par, whatever else, but their weight never bothered me. Their weight was never an issue. And I've always said, hey, if you choose to change, choose to lose the weight, let that be something for you to decide, not because you're trying to impress me or whatever else. Impress yourself first. Make sure that you feel good. You love the way that you look. I'm skinny. I'm like 135, 130. And I still have insecurities about myself. Even when I was weighing at 115. Like, I still had insecurities about myself because of how media puts everything out there. What all these celebrities and the rappers and singers, whatever, that put in their music videos is like, they, in a sense, kind of express to you and tell you, like, oh, this is what you're supposed to look like if you want the beautiful, charming person to love you and to be attracted to you. Like, it's bogus, And I think with that, it's just like, we focus so much onto that, like, we forget about the actual connection We're so focused on that physical connection. We're so focused and drawn to that the the physical attractive side of the person versus what's in here, right here, point to the wrong side. What's in here, your heart, and what's up here. These two things matter. I know I look like an idiot pointing to the right side. My heart's on my right, it's on my left. So, yes, you guys can laugh at me with that. But yeah, so like, it just says a lot, you know. Like, for example, I'm all like, when I meet a guy, one thing besides the body or whatever, one thing I see that attracts me to a guy is the eyes and smile. That's the most of the physical appearance that I would rather, pay attention to. His eyes and smile, Because they're saying, like, the eyes are the window to your soul, or however it's said. And in a sense, yeah, it is. So, you got the beautiful eyes, beautiful smile, great. But where is that personality? What kind of personality do you have? That's what's really going to draw me to you. You can be the most drop dead, gorgeous person ever. I can give you an example. I love me some Johnny Depp. I love me M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold. I think they're both gorgeous. Better yet, I've even said Channing Tatum. They're freaking gorgeous. Very attractive. But guess what? If I was to ever meet them, like, let's say, like, they weren't even famous and I met them and thought they were attractive or whatever. If their attitude and personality was very crappy, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it because of the fact that I need, in a sense, that personality to match mine. I'm such an, I was trying to be, again, just lost touch with myself, but I was very outgoing, very bubbly, very happy, very happy-go-lucky type person. It was the person that everybody wanted to be around because I brought light into the room. I made people smile and feel good about themselves. I can't see myself with somebody that isn't like that. If they're constantly rude about anyone and everyone and all this other stuff, is just like, I can't. It doesn't mix. For me, it doesn't mix. Everybody's different, but again, to me, I feel that personality is so important. And we've seemed to lost touch with that. We've seemed to forget that because, again, we're worried about physical appearance and how we look and everything else. It doesn't matter what size you are, really. I mean, guys, think about it. If you're a very sweet, loving, caring person, would you really want to be with a female that is all about her and very self-centered and materialistic, like to the point where she has to have everything name brand? She has to have whatever celebrity is wearing. Like, come on, like, let's be real here. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm keeping it as real as possible with my videos. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna have a drink. Oh, and don't worry, it's not alcohol beverage. It's Sundrop and fruit punch soda mix, which is actually pretty good. But yeah, so why not do the things that make us feel good about ourselves? And when we get to the relationship factor, the next time you're out and about, I dare you to actually take the time to think about, if you see the opposite gender or whoever you're attracted to, are you looking at them more so for their body figure, or are you trying to look beyond that? Do you actually, and what I mean by that is, can you actually look at somebody and do you just say, oh, well, damn, they look good, they got a rockin' bod or whatever else, or Do you look at them and say, huh, they, they're pretty attractive, they're pretty cute, I wonder what their personality is like. I wonder if they're this kind of person or that kind of person. Does your mind wander more about what they're actually like? I mean, to be perfectly honest, there have been so many people I've been around that I've met, encountered with, especially when you work retail, whether it's clothing retail or entertainment retail. When I say entertainment retail, I mean like movie theater, bowling alley, arcade place, wherever, It's all, in a sense, it's all retail for some reason. Excuse me. So, but I mean, like, just being able to interact with different people, like, and especially when they're, they're couples, or like they might be out there by themselves, and yeah, a girl, I'm getting this from a girl, or yeah, my, guy's birthday's coming up and whatever else. Like, even just on a friendship level, doesn't even have to be you know, a dating level. It's just the fact that to actually look at somebody and think, what is this person like? If I wasn't at work and I actually hung out with them right here, right now, what would they be like? What kind of conversations would we have? What kind of adventures and things would we go on and do? Like, that's what, in a sense, I look for and I look at when I see people and when I meet people. It's the same thing with going out. You have some cute guy buy you a drink all you want to, whatever. But if that personality is not there, like, especially the respect too, if it's not there, then I'm sorry, me personally, I wouldn't want any part of it. It's just, again, it's just how I am. It's how I think, and it's how I feel. And I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna watch this and think, oh my gosh, like, what is her problem? She's weird, she's crazy. But it's like, no. In a sense, I try to be as I explained to one of my friends, I was telling about my vlogging that I do. I try to be the voice of reason. I try to be the one that speaks up for all the other little voices out there that nobody wants to hear. You know, now I'm an oddball, I'm weird, and I don't exactly fit in with everybody else, and I'm proud of that. I don't want to fit in with everybody else. I rather fit in with people that are like me and actually care. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, but again, so you watch this video, if you agree in a sense with what it is that I had to say, if you're kind of seeing, definitely, comment. Feel free to comment. Make sure it's nice, nothing negative, nothing rude. Um, but again, if you view this though, I dare you to take that challenge, even if it's on a relationship level. You're wanting to date the person. I dare you to take the time to actually look beyond the physical attraction. Again, if you want to admire his or her eyes or smile, whatever else, I mean, that's fine, but take the time to notice the other little details too. The way that they sit, the way that they maneuver around when they're uncomfortable, or even down to the laugh, maybe the way they talk when they get excited and how their eyes just light up or whatever else. Like, those little things matter. Like, actually look at those features more so than anything else. And of course, really begin to wonder what the personality is like, because I guarantee you that will probably draw you to the person even more, or better yet, just make you more intrigued and wanting to get to know the person besides physical attraction, because I can probably guarantee you that there may be something within that personality of the other person that sparks your interest and you want to know more. Whether it's the dream job that they want to have, or possibly wanting to save animals, or how they feel about taking care of the homeless and everything else. You'd be surprised what you find out and how things can interact. And no, it's not always going to be an actual relationship, dating relationship, but it can evolve even to a friendship or maybe some kind of business or something. You never know. And sometimes, excuse me, sorry, sometimes it could even just be making somebody's day just by talking to them, just by listening to what it is that they have to say. We need to do that a lot more, and I think it would be pretty awesome. So, I was going to do another video after this one, but because of what time it is late. I might turn around and do another one, but I want to just talk about this first and then go back and do another video on whatever it is I want to talk about next. I'm not going to say what just because I want to wait for when I actually end this one. So, thank you guys for eventually listening, and I hope to see some viewers pretty soon. Good night, guys.